Emma's journey began long before she ever set foot in an art gallery. As a child, she found solace in the world of color, painting her joys and sorrows in vibrant hues and gentle strokes. For Emma, art was never simply a pastime. It was how she navigated the world, how she made sense of feelings too big for words. Each canvas was a diary page, each painting a story. Her room was filled with sunlight and the smell of paint, with half-finished works leaning against the walls and sketches tucked into every corner. As Emma grew, so did her talent, and so did her dream: to share her art with others, to see her work hanging in a gallery, to watch strangers pause and feel something only she could express. It was a dream built on countless hours of practice, on spilled paint and smudged hands, on the quiet certainty that art was her calling. But dreams, she soon discovered, are fragile things. Carrying her first collection to a gallery, Emma's heart was a tangle of hope and nerves. The owner glanced at her work, barely a moment's consideration, before shaking his head. "Not what we're looking for." The words landed like a stone, heavy and cold. She packed up her canvases, her hope bruised but not broken. She tried again. Another gallery, another quick rejection. She told herself it happens to everyone, but a third gallery said no, then a fourth, then a fifth. Each rejection chipped away at her confidence. She began to question everything. Was her art truly any good? Was she wasting her time? The sting of disappointment was sharp, and its echo lingered long after the doors had closed. Nights grew heavy with doubt. She imagined a life without painting, but the thought was unbearable. In her lowest moments, Emma realized that creating art wasn't something she could abandon. Even if no one ever saw her work, she needed to paint. The process itself was her sanctuary, her way of understanding the world and herself. So, Emma returned to her studio. She painted for herself, angry, messy, beautiful pieces that spoke of her pain and her hope. With every canvas, she poured out her frustration and her determination. Her work became more honest, more raw, more her. The colors grew bolder, the lines more certain. She found freedom in creating with no audience, no expectations. Months passed. Emma's stack of paintings grew, each one a testament to resilience. Finally, she decided to try once more. She carried her latest works to a sixth gallery, her heart steady but cautious. This time, the owner's gaze lingered. He traced the brush strokes, lingered on the emotion bursting from the canvas. After a long, silent moment, he smiled. "We would be honored to showcase your art." It was a victory, but not the one she had expected. Emma realized that the acceptance was not what made her an artist. The true transformation had happened in the struggle, in the dark hours spent doubting, and in the quiet conviction to keep painting anyway. The rejections had forced her to dig deeper, to paint with authenticity, to find her voice. Emma's journey is a reminder for all of us. Rejection is not a verdict on our worth or our dreams. It is a challenge, an opportunity to grow stronger, to become more ourselves. Every closed door brings us closer to the one that will open. What matters most is not the approval of others, but the courage to stay true to who we are and what we love. So, if you find yourself facing rejection, remember, Emma. Remember that your journey is shaped not by the no's, but by every time you choose to try again. And know that perseverance, not acceptance, is the heart of every true artist and of every dream worth chasing.